and so you don't want to take your eyes off the screen. We're going to find out in a couple of hours' time who's ascending to that semi-final.
Absolutely, and we won't have to wait long. It's a fast A play in this pistol round. ENCE run rampant into the bomb site, and Stown's got to shut it down from main. Pius, 2 picks on the entry, and Stown stuck. Shush has come in on a quick flank through the lobby, but the bomb's getting planted.
On with the dualies. Shush is going to look to open a way back into this for Heroic. They've spotted him now. Oh, and it's down dead over in main. Shush tried to get a move on through the heart. He's out of it. It's just Cadian left standing here. 1v4.
They want the semi-finals. They want this spot badly just to speed run their way through playoffs. Heroic are no longer a team that don't have that stage experience around ENCE's positions in tournaments and the partner teams and how they have, especially against the grain, proven themselves in this year alone. It's always been an org that we've credited with great roster pickups, not afraid to cut decent players for better upgrades. And in fact, you want to talk about that, you got to talk about the Orpa of Pius. It was last Cologne in 2022 where he made his run with Movistar. But hold on a second, suddenly it's just Madden. 1v4, they're all going to peek him together. He hits a spray for 2, but Heroic, while we're rambling along, pull out an eco round.
Look to pose a bit of a threat here. ENCE realize this ain't plain sailing after all, and it's quite relieving to see these lobby lurks finally pull through with a bit of success for Heroic. They've been shut down early on in this game.
Messy at some times. It's not a call ENCE want to make. This is a good move from them right now. There's no one inside of the B site. Stown has to allow the plant.
Oh, they've blown the doors off. That's going to give him an angle onto the planter. That is wild. Hang on a moment. Madden tried to plant the bomb for double door, and that's throwing everything into disarray here. ENCE have got to get the bomb back. Diha doing what he can, but there shouldn't be time for this. And he's caught crossing. Pius too far removed. And so Heroic, they will get that B site back under control. A bit of a misstep for ENCE.
Further towards the heavens, but his team do have B control as well. ENCE once more leave options open, but which will they take? Tesses catches that aggressive player. Madden has retrieved the AWP, though a re-swing is dangerous. Tesses can't escape his clutches, and now a 4-on-3 where Heroic feel the need to move aggressively, take back that lobby control, find that lurker. Nertz is not far off. Shush holds on. Back of the site is Stown getting split from above, but Madden has a big ticket item. He doesn't want to die with nothing.
His teammates are going to play into this first, and then Madden looks to go. Overran in the back of the site is Stown, and now Shush holding on to this bomb. Yabi takes the heavens back, and they just cleared this. He's got the round right there. And so he'll rain down a death from above. Yabi. ENCE are going to try and move in over towards ramp. Tesses about to be tested. He's set up, waiting for this, but that decision to go a little wide. He wanted to reposition over at ramp. The timing just couldn't be worse, and so it's Snappy to provide that opening for his squad. They barrel down the ramp. Stown is here fast. His teammate Yabi in the control room. Couple of kills, a bit of damage, but nothing to write home about here for Heroic. It looks like ENCE, with Snappy's opening over towards ramp, have successfully broken through.
Great shooting for ENCE, and Heroic had the read, right? That's 3 players dropping lower instantly off of losing the ramp guy. You know, not falling for any kind of fakes, not over.
2 players that, you know, often can change the course of rounds for ENCE by taking space, have been brought down low to open this up. That causes you problems immediately.
Ooh. Okay, he's been caught. That's a great grenade, though. He's going to catch Nerds, and he got flashed out by Stown, so fully escaped in a 5-on-3.
That is kind of exactly what Cadian is prepared for right now. That's exactly what he's hoping the reaction is from ENCE. That Molly's going to force him forward, but he plays ahead of it, fearless in his approach to the yard. A missed shot out of Pius's AWP, and suddenly it's just Diha left in a sea of Heroic players. Won't find anything to get a leg up in that clutch. And it's a flawless 6th for Heroic, right back on the board.
Defaulting outside, but it's not been doing them any favors, right? Like you said, opening play doesn't work. They have to go back to the whiteboard. They have to try and figure something else out, but Heroic just set Cadian up beautifully in that round, double flashing him back outside, through the Molotov, playing very ballsy CS right now is Cadian. Yabi again gets tested. This time Madden will succeed. Rushing out onto top site. Shush drops that bomb, but they're still in the middle of the site. And suddenly all of Heroic are here. Tessez hits the ground, cracks his knees, and Stan with the bomb at his feet. Finding Diha in the 1v1. He can't close it. It's up to the captain.
Cadian in the 1v1. Great position to find himself with the AWP. And so Cadian's got to keep watching his back. Diha will just recommit back out the hut. Oh. Cadian looks to move in, goes hunting for him, and oh, he's seen it! Yeah. Back turn on Diha! And so Cadian delivers. He looks so comfortable in a round that Diha tries everything he can, every little trick in the book to just deny that flow of the info, to make it uncomfortable for Cadian. But Cadian doesn't fall into the trap, doesn't overestimate his opponent there, doesn't outbrain himself.
He really is one of the clutch kings of Counter-Strike. I mean, that timing is immaculate. The second Diha walks out hut and gives her rafters a quick clear, Cadian then suddenly appears.
Well, the Abster's down here right now. Last time ENCE went B, he was just that one player that even got to fight in the round for Heroic, and he fell short. Oh, this time Heroic want to give him a bit more of a helping hand, and that kill from Tessez is going to help out monumentally. Suddenly a route is open for Yabi's teammates to be involved in this round. Oh. It's success all across the board for Heroic as Tessez lines up a double. Diha might have planted the bomb, but he is boxed in and isolated, finished off. Heroic claps down upon that B site. But he's had a very strugglesome time to get the ball rolling, and so I want to keep an eye on whether or not he's able to embark on that journey to recover in this map. You're going to need everyone firing on all cylinders.
Without a doubt. And you know, Nertz was, when he debuted for ENCE versus Yabi's debut for Heroic, it was incredible for Nertz back at Pro League. 1.4 rating in that playoff match. He will have to perform in this round. They're rushing him inside of the lobby. Heroic is still down a man, but Madden has that space and he knows where they're coming from. They walk right in clueless. 4-on-2. And Madden even slips back into the lobby to reunite. Snappy gets caught out in the open. Stown surely not.
He shouldn't win this. He's got everything going against him, but that kill on the bomb plan maybe could have given him an edge. Madden proves too much to bear. And so, you know, this is at least a step in the right direction for ENCE. Now going tit for tat across these last few rounds, trading them back and forth. That feels a little more sustainable if you're ENCE over on the T side. And on top of that, you know, a lot of it is being spearheaded by Madden, who you're seeing put in these...
Just dropping off the hut roof, but is that the wrong time? This re-aggro is dangerous.
Oh, this timing missed over at the door, but Stown got to bear this in mind. They're going to smoke him off at main, so he's never open to this push. His teammates learn about it the hard way. And even though Stown's going to reclaim one, I don't know if this entices Heroic to want to give the round a look in.
That's Heroic staying active, right? It's something we talk about a lot on this CT side. They love to make moves. They don't like to be sitting back and waiting. And a couple of well-placed entries for ENCE will win them the round. As they look for a 7 on a T side, nothing to turn your nose up at. Oh, that could have been a massacre. And Heroic, it will have complications here for their buy. They're not going to have 5 rifles, not even close. They know they've been getting so much room on ramp early because Heroic have been stacking topside. Think about that round that Tessez isn't even here. And Cadian again, he has no clue how far they've gotten. They walked through the ramp smoke. Complete disrespect from ENCE. They read Heroic like a book and they shut it in their face. 5-on-3, picking that B player, and now Heroic is scrambling, panicking down lower. Stown trying to save the day, needs a pristine headshot here to find the bomb, but Nertz is not giving it to him.
He knows, Heroic know how big an opportunity this is. Yabi was not dedicated anywhere else on the map. He was beelining straight for the bomb. They know they could still win this by getting this bomb under their control. However, now it's just Yabi, and they go running him down. ENCE are quick to patch this wound, and they will close up this first half. It's neck and neck. ENCE chaining together 3 to at least salvage something going into the second half of Nuke. They're making it look like B, so much so that we even thought this was going B for a moment, but now straight up through the heavens, they're dropping in, trying to use that point man like a living decoy. He's just going slick with the movement, but it Doesn't matter when Madden's got this many bullets to fire back your way. The pistol round dominantly found by ENCE. What a way to secure it. 5 alive when all is said and done. And that's in spite of the... He's sat up top of the board for the Danes. He's got to drop that gun over, and so Cadian will be the next in line to the throne of the AK. Cut down in his prime. Sampaius ringing out from CT will not let them into the heavens, and he will trap them in the fires of hell. Sampaius. Oh, the MP9s are starting to get curious, and Madden saw an arm. He'll take so much more out of the round than that. 1 kill offers the MP9. And even more where that came from. Madden in his element. This guy is thriving right now, right when ENCE needed him to deliver a performance like this. It was kind of Madden to get the ball rolling, and now around him you've got this really capable 3-man unit starting to appear. Madden up top of the board.
Dirty hands right now, no solutions. A fast one outside, there's an aggressive play. Diha does get killed by Stan, but that is a wholehearted, messy spray. Only just gets the kill over the line, and Sampaius is begging them to walk the smoke. Even then, he might spam them right through it. Shoot now. Somehow Stan dodges the bullets, but they were inevitable, and there's more where that came from. Sampaius lights him up outside. Somehow Yabi's in the A site, though. He's crept out. There's no one here. There's no one even looking. Sampaius could do all he wants outside, but they could lose just to the plant. It's about to come down.
They do look good to find Tesses. It's whether or not he's ready for this swing out from Secret, but he has repositioned to deal with it.
Oh, what a check for Nerds.
If he finds Tesses here.
Oh,
suddenly the retake would be back on.
It still can
But a matter of meters might have betrayed this check on red, and Nerds, as a result, backstabbed. And with that kill, the round can't be attempted anymore. ENCE not in position to give this a go. It all hinged on Nerds committing to that walk up behind the red box. Sampaius,
cheeky boy,
moving into the heavens. Is this going to be a last-second retake?
This
is a last-second retake. Okay, they're going to give this a go. They still believe, even without Nerds. Snappy wanting to get a little weird with it, moves in through, and Shush will shut him up, shut them down. Heroic just going to try and join up with him here. They might get this kill forced as Nerds has the swing. He's not given a second chance on this. And the path to cross at Vent is now open. That kill from Sampaius finds Cadian, but the bomb still makes it down. That's the real ticket here for Heroic. They join up with Stown, who's been down on this B site since the damn start of the round. Gonna need something out of Stown, and he does deliver the kill to allow this bomb to cross in.
Look at the flank. Oh, it's not even needed. Sampaius has picked him with the AWP and Stown. He can go for the pod, but his knife's out and Diha ends it just there in time. Jump spotting B. Cadian in the prying eyes of Diha. If only he turned around. But there's a free orb to find to open up the path for Yabi.
Oh, he's going to hold the shot. This is mad. Cadian doesn't just want the one. Cadian wants more out of this. Going to take the ramp kill. And Cadian plays with their minds. Now they don't know where to look. They're chasing ghosts. How did he get there? No one on ENCE has any idea. And they're all looking down the line at Diha, wondering, how did he let them down? Cadian finds a phenomenal timing and plays that perfectly. Looking to have saved the day for Heroic, even though 1 kill comes out from Madden. The rest of ENCE are so uncertain and so shaken as a result of that play.
Not only does it give Heroic room to further push Secret, but it allows Cadian to take 2 kills. The risk of letting the orb walk past him.
Heroic look to go over into the A play, but they lose that main wrap. They lose Stown. Sampaius is given free reign on the long sightlines outside, and so plan is to change here. Heroic, this might not have been the intention, but they're looking for the kill that gets them out ramp. Awkward as everyone had their knife pulled there. That's why the trade's a little delayed. Tess says we'll lock it in at least, but down at the back of the B side, D has been waiting patiently for his chance to play into the round. And there it is, signed, sealed, and delivered by Diha. It's ENCE with the response, and for Heroic,
committing could be a death sentence. And they're only 3 strong. I like the routing.
Awkward spray for Nerds. He just tries to commit, but now they don't know about Snappy on the midi ramp. Oh, there's one, but he can't finish off Tesses. Gonna take Diha moving in with a nade to do it. Madden's going to catch Cadian as he dry walks the smoke over on upper, and now this bomb is committed down to the lower site. Yabby's still a little ways out, but he will rejoin with his teammate here. Him and Stown trying to collect themselves, trying to win this a man down, but it all falls to Stown, and Diha is unrelenting. His rotates down towards lower have put such a block in the plans of Heroic, such a roadblock there every time. He has hit a brick wall since getting onto this T side.
Oh, they're going for quick A yet again. Often it's just been 1-for-1 for Yabby. He will survive this time as he backs out of the Molotov. And Heroic, they again go through the smoke. Cadian very deep, or Tessa's rather, he dies. Diha must drop in. They can bail, they can drop into B, and they might have to right now as Sampires picks them from afar. He finds one. Diha back of the site gone, and a bomb plant option open, but the cover, can you really have faith in it? Yabby is so low. Snappy checks right below him right now. It's a free kill. Instead, he waits on the flank. Sampires from outside to ramp, back to lobby.
One of the dual Berettas. He's about to face the one man with HP. It's just right here, so this has got to be a dink, and it isn't. Sampires falls, and Yabby will hold down the heavens with all his might. Low on HP, he does well.
Going to be a little harder for Sampires to reposition. Takes one kill, jumps back in for more, and Sampires burns out their eyes. Bomb dropped to the front of ramp. This is a disaster for Heroic. It may be their final hurrah.
Man, when you're having to smoke the bomb like this and make moves just to get it back, that speaks volumes as to where you're at in the round. But Cadian will make it work. He does regain control over the bomb. Now they've got to believe in their ability to pull this one back in the 3v4. Stown has advanced positioning outside, and so they're going to give him room to work his magic.
It's all on Stown just to gain position here. Heroic are waiting for him. That bomb's even gone outside, possibly to avoid a lobby crunch right now. ENCE know there are numbers here. They saw Shush try to make a play outdoor. The seconds have been bought, but Nertz is staying vigilant. Back of the bomb site, staring straight up.
There shouldn't be a world where Stown lives this. There shouldn't be a world where he can get past Nertz, and so it's just Cadian. One kill from the man at the helm of Heroic. But he can't take this any further. 20 seconds. ENCE know where he was. They know where he can get to in this time. And so as tricky as Cadian tries to make it, expecting a 1v3 from him here, it's too much. Nertz dead, back of the site. Cadian drops in, tap on the bomb, but they swing him. Cadian with another, and the last man, it's Snappy, about to go brain for brain, IGL for IGL, and he'll lock Cadian out of that clutch attempt. ENCE pick up the map. They turn this around from being on the back foot, and they now move one map closer to a semi-final berth at IEM Cologne.
Yeah, as you said, it was the opposite in map one with a strong start but a slow finish. And well, if there's any way you start slow but come back quick, it is off the team side of Overpass. Nice pick for Nertz. Again, the first kill of the map. Heroic going to try and flash back into the playground.
Nice kill from Stown. Sampires got warmed up towards the end of that first map. This guy was not missing a beat. This round, he is getting pressured, and he's really got his work cut out for him, but he's making it happen. Trying to run him down on the reload. That will eventually be the punish from Stown.
To think they're hunting the Julies in Con as well. It's a great flash. He didn't want to run, but he had to.
They think he's gone out.
Nah, they've smoked him off. They've realized they're just looking for more. The Julies will make it very clear where Diha's fighting from, and they actually avoid this setup. There's still flanks on flanks, though. Snappy comes back from T-spawn. Madden keeps them drawn in with taps from Heaven, and Snappy here's a check. They don't commit to it, though. He's still got good timing. Going back for more is Stown. Diha moves in quickly, just spraying away with the two guns. He does find one through the wall, and now Shush out in the open, has to pull out a clutch. Bomb's not for him, and neither's the round. They pinch him in the middle, and ENCE take the pistol. This is not going to be an easy walk in the park.
Flash is brutal. Sampires thought he would have a bit more time here, so Nertz gonna have to be the guy to save the day, and he gets run down. It's Stown and Cadian to make it all happen here. Tess says, here's this rotate. He knows that someone's up the connector. Click from the Glock. Snappy turns and will deal with him, but at quite the cost. He comes out looking worse for wear. And now he needs Madden to join him. Diha could get fed a kill on this smoke. Fades down his sap.
Oh no!
Over towards the dumpster. Cadian, weapon primed just in time.
One more though.
Diha collects that one. There's one more pistol in the sight, and Cadian's dead. Back in the bathrooms. It might get stolen away right at the 11th hour. ENCE come in, but with no kit to play with. It's a heroic round.
Just enough time bought, just by the skin of their teeth. Heroic hold on, but that one was terrifying.
They've at least got that going their way, but now as they start to prime these flashes over towards B with 20 seconds left and nothing being offered up from ENCE, eventually the onus is on Heroic to make moves. They will open with a double kill. Diha down in the water, nails one with the deagle. Any more from Diha? Sampaio rotates in. The bomb gets away from them now. It's their time. They just start to plug in the numbers, but the spam connects for Nuts. And he robs Heroic right back.
But it wastes valuable time, seconds they can't afford. Those are some phenomenal shots coming out from ENCE. That scout, worth its weight in gold. And Nerds, who started that last map so slow.
We say this is a team that gatekeeps playoff runs for a lot of squads.
Gatekeeps themselves from trophies, though. And they want that narrative to change. I mean, you don't want to be sitting around always being second place, always being right there on the cusp. And the further it goes, the longer you are that team, the more frustrating it gets, the more that plays on your mind. They can tell us, we know it's an option, we know it's there, waiting to be unleashed. What a push for Madden. And Nerd setting up so his barrel doesn't stick around the corner just about in time, but they will check it anyway. Safe and secure for Tesses. Will take that shot. Sampaio back to the bomb site with a smoke in his face. This will let them climb up. Tesses going to get flashed through a cheeky move. He doesn't pop. He waits for the second one, and Sampaio blinded by the light as Tesses comes alive with a double kill. 3 in the round, and Madden moving up.
And as he goes back down into this B site, he doesn't know it yet, but he's playing right into Shush's hands, who looks to deny this one M4 save. Just something else for Heroic to latch onto here. As they pull up with their second round, they called out a couple of pauses right before it.
Yeah, 2 in a row for Heroic, pause-wise, right? They burned both in one break, so they really had something to nail down, and it works wonderfully. Great reaction in a 3-on-4 down to pop through that smoke.
And double pauses aren't something you get every day, right? To me, that suggests that kind of was Heroic.
Heroic have to go, and ENCE are ready for it.
Madden's going to open. Now steals himself away. He's got support. Doesn't have to do this alone. Snappy lends a helping hand, and it's just a mow down. It's brutal. Heroic never even get past Monster. They never even get out the smoke.
Trying to come out through that smoke together, play the fade perhaps, but then they go for a barrels molly, hoping that ENCE, after the barrel's been mollied, reposition.
They don't want it to be a flash in a pan, a one and done.
Monster spam. Cadian does return fire, and that barrel's position is now in the prying eyes of Heroic yet again. How long will they wait on this boost? Cadian's just found a second pick. Snappy goes swinging, and there might be more in store, but Diha denies. From the side, Cadian, he's seen the barrel. He knows he's still here. Diha trying to flash his way back in. Cadian has to fire. Diha's a dead man walking as the molly hits. So does Tesses and Shush to close that round. Heroic, some more energy injected on this T side, some faster B approaches.
Yeah, I've had an earphone off for some of this, just trying to listen in to what's happening down on the show floor. And I tell you what, man, it has been a noticeable increase in energy from the Heroic camp since they took that double pause. There's yelling now. There's reasons to get hyped. So Cadian's trying to bring the boys back into the game with a bit of help from Exist. Nerds. Crazy spam through middle. But they'll reply by just running straight through his smoke. Trying to go fast here, but they'll run into the might of Sampaio. Cadian able to extinguish him. And Yabi waits on this smoke fade. Slows it down. Hinges it all on this fight for the long toilets. And now that you've got it, now that you've got this 3-on-3, you no longer feel as committed. You can go slow here.
Can't believe Tessus is still alive. He is buying so much time for
Madden
Heroic.
is on a mad round. The fact that he's up on left B to commit to this flank is kind of crazy.
He's not going to find the AWP in time, though. Cadian should have this open on to Snappy.
They're going slow to give Cadian time to work with this AWP. Gets his contact, but a missed shot. And Snappy knows he doesn't have to pressure this because Madden's right there with the backstab. Bomb gets away from Heroic, but they can still win the round. They've just got to get past Madden. Heroic wait. Yabi moves in, trying to play in tandem with his teammate. They've got to swing this together. They've got to trade this, and Yabi will make quick work of Madden as Heroic keep picking up steam. That's now 3 in a row.
Shush is here to help out, but Nuts doesn't go back. He goes further forward. Meanwhile, Yabi's out B. It's like nuke door all over again, just dry walking and die walking is Diha. He will be traded rather, but there's still more players out Monster. Heroic can see the position. They take the 4-on-4, they go back to mid.
Oh, Nuts is trying to reposition in the meantime over here in middle, and he gets out with a kill. That is going to force Heroic's hand into this B play. When you know that ENCE have all this info, they're just going to battle forward, go deal with the B site, and a missed shot from Sumpire seals his death. And with it, the crumbling of B.
Still getting more energy out of Tessus. I'm loving what he's adding to this, shouting meta for Heroic.
ENCE reinforced down in the bathrooms. Madden's been spotted, but it's a bait and switch, trying to bring them forward into Diha. They're really selling this, but Shush will deal with them both through the smoke. A stray bullet knocks out Madden. And with that, the A side crumbles. There's a freebie for Snappy, and you'll take the AWP upgrade all day long.
If they let you.
It's the only way that ENCE are going to have one.
Oh, what a reposition for Shush as well. He might sneak in. He might still lose this, but if Snappy was crossing, that could be a very claustrophobic. He will not escape the second. Yabi already down Monster with a big 3K.
And one of the things that's relieving is, whenever we see this Heroic squad struggling in playoffs, it feels like one of the guys who often has to put a lot on his own back is Cadian. And, whether or not that's because it comes from the top, he still feels that pressure. And one of the things that's been so relieving to see here,
all this control. It will keep his eyes on the wrong position for now, but Madden's coming through on bank on good timing. Tessus might get shot in the back. He's just missed it. Bombs up long. This AWP is a dead man, and Tessus looks for 2, but he has to take the kill. Can Nerds cut off the rotate?
He's just run away. Looks away from middle. Madden's playing trigger discipline of his own. 30 seconds. This is a round of the shots you don't take. The ones that they hold, trying to milk something of it, but Yabi opens up the route to the plant. Snappy dead up through the connector, and now it's just Diha left in the hot seat. 1v2. He's had a miraculous time across this series as Diha, but this clutch is asking just a little too much of him. Heroic, they complete one hell of a turnaround, chaining together 7 rounds in a row to close out their T side.
Absolutely fine with giving ENCE that information because Heroic feel confident in this decision, and for good reason. There's a flash primed, smokes thrown by ENCE, and Heroic know what's coming.
Full exec reigns in. Stown back at the dice box, but leaving nothing to chance here on his jiggles. They're closing the distance, and Stown ran down, finished off by Nerds. That plant's going to come through. And for the remaining dregs of Heroic as they move into a lost site.
Yeah, confident display as well. Just quick pop into A. No info for Heroic. They still make the right gamble stack, but shots just don't connect on the USPs.
Something I think has really helped ENCE across this series now is how comfortable and how good they look in these pistol rounds. But we'll hold this door because getting churned up on the monster rush, not how they wanted this to go.
Right gun for the job. You're expecting Deagles 5.7s. You don't want to see double MP9 on your smoke push.
Now they're looking to do it again on their CT side.
Yeah, but he's not crazy. He's just spamming E while he looks for a gun and shakes around. They catch some pious. But Yabi's still here. Hits his shot, doesn't he? Deeg to the face, and Nert's far back enough that he's able to get that trade. Looking for the AK-47. And yeah, you talk about the force buy upsets. It happened on Nuke as well. Remember round 3 on that CT side where Heroic got it done with pistols, not even a full buy. They keep complicating matters for ENCE. Very hard to get momentum when the rug is swept out from underneath you. Heroic onto double digits earlier than anticipated.
And he's here quickly. You were not expecting this. Nades are pulled for Mad. As he rounds the corner, he is not at all expecting conflict here. Some Pius is caught repositioning, and so he gets to bring that AWP out, but never gets a moment to shine with it.
They're going to creep out B, but even that is supplemented by a flash. Heroic trying to regain the space that they once conceded at the lower site, and now Stow knows that Nerds has his intentions set on B. Cadian, this is awkward, he has to reposition. They're pulling back to 3-on-5 right now. ENCE find a way in, and even though the bombardment of nades land for Heroic, they still have a chance to plant after the Molotov. Snappy just surviving on a point of health. The flash, Heroic don't want to wait, they don't want to relent, and they drop the bomb again. It's down to the AWP against Nerds. He backs up.
Nerds has already secured the route in to plant this, and Cadian still tries to play the element of surprise. Up he goes, AWP. Dawned in his hand, but it's Nerds. Clinical execution and so calmly played in that 1v1.
Heroic don't get that 2-for-1. Instead, it might go the other way. Only the AWP here and a couple of M4s, but Cadian does it well up close.
There's his revenge, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't get it till the next round. He doesn't get it till ENCE have already profited.
Even if they walk up Banana right now, if they don't clear long toilets, Tesses will be able to backstab on awkward timings, and they're about to get that spot on A very soon. Stow doesn't know what he's walking into, but he drops the AWP with ease. 2 more around the corner, and Heroic are here to massacre ENCE right now. Here's this backstab coming through. Madden is a dead man walking, and Heroic respond as they always do. You just can't get comfortable, even if their money's in the bin.
ENCE still feel like they have unfinished business on this map. But if they don't break in soon, they might never get the chance to. Nerds is going to try and open this one up with the MAC-10 up through short. Yabby, oh, it's awkward on the spray. He struggles to control the AK. And now Stown and Shush have got to rise to the challenge, and they will. They make up for Yabby's failure to contain the short split, and they'll lock it down. He had support every step of the way there.
ENCE will have trouble here in this series. That third map looms. And the Pistols may decide it, popping out Monster. They'll go with the second flash. Heroic waste theirs, swinging. They think they clear it. Then the AK comes in and they drop it not once but twice. How about thrice? Madden wants a fight. Flash back in for more. He does get the entry, but Yabby's got so much support. Not that it matters. Blinded. Madden finds a double entry, and ENCE are on the right path.
D is now armed, D is now dangerous, but boxed in. Might get finished off here. The nade brings him down low, and the Glock is not a winning recipe for the round. Reloading, and the nade rains down from above. Cadian from the heavens lobs in the HE that puts 15 up for Heroic.
And they must have netted 5 flashes at least down Monster in that round. They kept doing it. Even though ENCE bait out the first 2, right? They throw a pre-flash, they don't peek with it. Heroic flash swing, then ENCE swing again. Heroic kill them all, then ENCE pop back in. Heroic meet them there. It's just a trading of flashbangs. And even though Madden gets a blind shot, it's not enough. The inevitability is setting in here for ENCE. Heroic taking us to a third, and again blind. They don't mind.
Right now the B site is empty. There is no one there. Heroic have played everyone in connector or pushing mid, and so ENCE have got a route to the bomb plant. But hang on, some Pius is going back with the bomb. Oh my goodness. Sure, he's won this one fight, but there's more where that came from. This is such a weird call from Heroic that ENCE should never be ready for it. All they know is they've got to get this bomb planted. They've got to get it down over towards B. So Pius has managed that at least.
It's a nice plant. It can go for heaven. They can play towards the top. They've just got to deal with that man, Cadian, waiting for the flank. Waiting for no one, gets very aggressive. Some Pius finds him from back in the pit, and Snappy sits alone with an open bomb plant. He has position to close this round. Moves into the mist, sees the shadow on the swing, but Yabby will find it. And despite the slow start to the map, despite the slow start to the series, Heroic can hold their heads high as they take us the distance here in this qualifying match to the semi-finals. If ENCE want a top 4 in Cologne, they're going to have to earn it.
T-side start lets Heroic really decide how they want to set the pace, set the tone for this third map. Madden's going to get flashed in a ramp here. He wants to be involved early. Oh, but a missed opportunity. A big missed opportunity over towards Connector. The bomb gets away. So maybe Nerds can hold on. Maybe Nerds can be that buffer stop between Heroic and this A play. Not to be as Cadian gets rid of him. Pistol round off to a rip-roaring start, but a couple of missed shots for some Pius. See him in a weird way. Snappy will take matters into his own hands. The bomb finds a path all the way into B, thanks to Tesses. And so Heroic are still very much in the round here, the favorites in it. As ENCE left high and dry, no one left on that B side of the map as they all shuffled around to try control that split out onto A. And Snappy having to do it all himself is not the winning way here for ENCE. It's Heroic.
All into middle. Yabby in the catwalk, trying to clear this corner. He does check it out. The Scout can't really offer too much assistance. And Yabby, did he think he bailed? He tries to go hunting up the ladder. It's an awkward one. Meanwhile, Heroic still take A, and that smoke for Madden loses any vision, any denial of this bomb plant. He can play the one way, but Heroic, this should be theirs, all tied up.
That kill really should look to confirm it. Drive-by from Nerds, and Madden out
He's
through
out.
CT.
What?
Shushbag turned, and now it's just Tess says, this has gone so awry, so quickly. Heroic can't hold on, and it's Nerds with drive-by after drive-by on the MP9, and Madden hitting some crazy timings.
Force buys and winning them out. They did it on CT side nuke. They did it on CT side overpass. Now ENCE come through with an unbelievable round, and Nerds lets them know Maui wanted more out of this man in the third map, and how is that for a beginning? The jumping MP9 kill. Heroic not out of the woods yet. Force up, of course, and Cadian with no remorse.
That is a beautiful nade. Already tagging up the B play. Snappy involved and thriving as he shuts down their attempt to get out through the apartments. This round was started by the captain of Heroic, and it will be ended by the captain of ENCE.
Some quick mid takes. We'll see how ENCE match that, as this will be all that Cadian carries into the next round. It goes into the window instead. On the jump, they heard the wood. They know he's here. Yabby still hits the blinder. It's up to Nerds, baiting them in for Madden, back in the sandwich, trying to take a bite out of this attack, and he's already stifled the first. CTs are coming in for reinforcements, and they are hitting their shots. It's a good lurk for Yabby in this round, finding a couple of kills off of it, but the bomb is dropped back on the ramp side, and Madden is remaining in control. 20 seconds. Heroic have to break through. Madden whiffs his shot, gives it away, comes back down, but they've hunted him, and Nerds now has to keep this strong start to the map going with a 1v2 clutch. They've got him cornered. He tries to swing for the fences, but he's out of ammo. Yabby finishing what he started, looking for the third kill, and he's got it through the box.
Yeah, Snappy is in hot water here. He's going to have support from Diha, who just gets to the market in time, but he's been spotted and seen and dealt with by Shush. Out of the van, it's Snappy's P250 and some Pius on this MP7 trying to make magic happen. They've spotted Snappy, but Yabby's not able to deal with him. Getting whittled down, death by 1,000 cuts. Snappy's able to elude capture for just a moment, and that lets Nerds slip out through the market. Now he's in the site with them, and they've got no idea. He is right here, but Tesses will sniff him out. And so Heroic navigate through that stack
on this very late B hit.
Oh, that was dead on. He holds for that exact peak. And even though Cadian gives it to him, Pius does not react fast enough. Now the rest of Heroic is siphoned out of the round slowly but surely. Snappy moves in, and he does strike while the iron's hot here. It's just Yabby left standing on the B play. The bomb now away from them, and even though Stown has got this flank, it's considered, it's held. And ENCE will adjust to that nicely. Heroic try to get tricky. open up down some of these long sight lines with the AWP. He's going to have the duel versus Sampayas if he wants it. The flash goes out now for him to try and take the angle, and Stown beats KD into the punch. Not the man he was supposed to get it, but you take it nonetheless. And Madden was tagged from that AWP at the ramp. Tessez burnt to a crisp. Over in Palace, they lose one of these prongs, but the rest of Heroic try to flood in. They managed to gain a little bit of leverage over the site here, but that bomb crossing is still tenuous at best. And Circadian just has to hold this angle deep down towards the spawn as his teammate plants. He can't afford to miss here. Takes a swing and leaves spawn open. They make that oh so easy for Snappy.
He's now putting on one of those superstar performances that we know he can, that he did in his debut back at Pro League on ENCE's playoff run. This is weird though. Yabby swapped in the smoke with the aforementioned man. He can go over the stairs. His team, however, has been picked apart, and he can't even close that kill onto the AWP. Disastrous round for Heroic, and ENCE know it. Heroic have won a round, though, just flying up Con. Gonna try and do it again.
Notes here's all of this. Oh, up on his head. They will deal with Nertz as the point man over at Con, but it's Madden under Palace. Really looking to drive home his royal stature within this team. 3 kills from the man, and Cadian, dead man walking in middle as him and Snappy clash.
Cheeky though, full B rush. Yabby doesn't even buy an AK. He's just going for the speed with that Mac 10.
One man already in. Snappy back at the truck, but this time only 1 kill from him on the anchor. It's going to fall down the line to Diha. Has them trapped over in the apartments. Didn't need to go swinging, but he wanted to fight with his teammate Nertz on the rotate. Instead, they both give Heroic a kill, and suddenly a chance in the round. This is wild. Heroic look to go and fight for middle. They're trying to take that bomb out of the B site around the world and now play it late into A.
And Caden can just stay here because as long as you get this open bomb plant, he has the perfect post-plant position. Sampayas is confused. Where have they gotten to? He backs up through short and Cadian repositions for this cross. There should be no way he's ready for this. And Heroic steal it right back with the B rush. You called it.
Already touched upon how it's going to be a real uphill battle for Heroic every step of the way because of how set up ENCE are. Snappy's played at the van in every one of these B rounds. This time he's trying to keep it a little fresh. They finally uprooted him last time. He's lost short. He's feeling very trapped in at the back of the site. And so Nertz moves around to reinforce with him. Sampayas has dealt with the mid component here. And Nertz rings out from the bench. Now that they found Snappy, Cadian sees the barrel sticking through. And he uses that to cut through this B site. Another from Cadian's AWP. And he's seen Sampayas. They're about to clash here. This 1v1 made. And Sampayas is getting tricky with it. Looks to leave the market. Trying to reposition, trying to keep Cadian guessing, just akin to how Cadian pulled the wool over his eyes in the last round. Sampayas now tries to do it straight back. With enough silence from the market, Cadian considers the short wrap round. He asks himself, what would we do in this situation? And so he tries to get in the head of Sampayas. He has read this well. He has opened a market. He no longer believes that that's where Sampayas is coming from. Cadian knows, and as this smoke goes in, he sees an invitation to play around it. Closing the net. Sampayas doesn't have time. Sampayas writes this one off. You never see 1v1s where he just straight up doesn't give it a go. And Heroic almost can't believe it. He just concedes. Cadian wins that one, not with brawn, but with brain power.
Now you're going into round 15, and ENCE have barely got to buy 2 M4s. Sampayas snuffed out. Heroic in your heads, and they're screaming down the hall as well. Double entry into middle. ENCE. It's slipping through the cracks right at the end of their CT side.
He's going to get this one for free. Ooh. Wasn't as clean as he would have liked, but still good for it. This re-smoking window is huge. Diha was really hoping he could have manipulated that gap. Used that to provide some sort of opportunity to his team. Instead, it's going to have to fall to Mad. MP9 up close, just 1 kill from the man. And even though Diha tries to get ahead of this by repositioning early, it's going to leave him high and dry, away from Heroic's true intention in the round. He comes back. The timing can't be made up. There's another gap for him to look to exploit, but that's ugly from Diha. There was definitely a chance there. Snappy sits top of the board for ENCE, but a 1v3 is asking far too much. And so Heroic might have been on the uphill battle the entire damn time, but they managed to win out this first half.
Up under after a fake towards B. And Heroic playing full retake, but with no kit, you'll note they've given it up from CT spawn, and Yabi felt like he needed to thin the herd coming into the A side. He won't be able to. He'll pay the brutal price of his life. Bomb getting planted. This should just be impossible for Heroic. Look at their positions. They are locked out of the site. Stavn does start things off on the right foot. And maybe Heroic can sneak in at the last second.
Nice flick from Diha in the connector to win his engagement, and now he becomes a real swing player in the round, but dead immediately. That's over in Palace. He's got to buy Snappy a bit of time. He's working with small margins here, but Snappy taps out that first man. Now they try to get back on the bomb, and Snappy lines them up. He sets it all up for Nerds to win. Shush has tapped it, and sure, he's going to win the fight, but with no kit, there's no time, as Snappy signs, seals, and delivers a pistol round to ENCE. Huge work.
Tessus alone at B right now. Madden about to meet his maker.
Oh. Bait and switch over towards ramp. Sees this fake over towards the A side of the map get dismantled, and Tessus wins a fight in B, complicating matters. Even though Snappy moves in with the trade, it's time for Heroic to siphon players around. They want to take these fights while they've got them, while they only have a handful of ENCE players here to worry about. Snappy is spammed down and finished off. Diha's trying to buy time, but Stavn will delete him, and with that, the force buy. And his team is so quick at moving in, so decisive, that they want to fight for that B site there and then. Heroic and Cadian know. They pull everyone over towards A. They still haven't seen anything yet, but Tessus and Stavn are both swinging, both fighting, and they've got Nerds boxed into a corner. Madden with one off the Deagle, and Sumpire so far away. We saw him putting clutches. We saw him not even get to attempt these rounds. With 20 seconds now, he's got to cook up the answer, and he is jittery, firing off early. Now they know where he is, and that element of surprise is gone. I really do think that Heroic have got Sumpire doubting himself in these clutch moments with how a few of these key rounds earlier in the game went. Oh, they want to go for something a lot faster, a lot pacier, far more simple as well. And maybe the beauty is in finding a simple solution to a complex problem here for Snappy. Diha opens, they nearly line up for Shush. Nerds is able to keep this in ENCE's advantage. And now that bomb goes down. Nothing crazy, nothing convoluted about this one, just a bit of pace behind the A play. And ENCE have found a way in. Now they've just got to withstand the first few seconds of this retake, and they should have done enough. Yabi pressuring, brings Heroic back into the round. Nerds is getting spammed, and suddenly he's the last man standing. He's got to do it all. They're low. Nerds with one. Oh, and the double. Nerds is trying to make it happen. There he is.
Wow.
Up on the screen, it's Nerds nailing Heroic to a post. He makes it happen, and he keeps ENCE in the game.
ENCE, with confidence now, starts sprinting out on the A side, looking to respond swiftly. There's still M4s in play, and they start spamming. They start picking players out. ENCE get a very early plant. The Heroic have an advantage. Not like that's helped them before. Yeah, but if he spams, there's surely a kill here. 2 players on the other side of Ticket.
Oh, this is not what you want. This is terrifying. The spam comes through. Now maybe they discount Nerds. They have got no idea. They just got a kill here. Sumpire has been the ultimate bait, but Nerds brings the trap down. Oh, Nerds! Have you ever seen anything like it? There is no reacting to that one there. And if you're Cadian, you're just going to take that on the chin. That is madness.
Yeah, waves him down. Sit back down, Cadian. This series is not over yet. Unbelievable spray. What is it with Israeli players in the Ticket position? We saw Flames do it back at Rio. Nerds adds one to the tally.
This is the hot button topic, right? This is the guy you got to try and remove, and Cadian's got him in his crosshair right here, but flashed out, Nerds will cross. Diha dead, Astound makes a play. He can't quite win it out over Madden, so now Connector becomes a problem. Sampayas caught over at the ramp, but Nerds feeling it, feeling himself, survives the tag from the AWP. Committing to the plant is crazy, but it's given him the win conditions to the round here. He's able to back out and play around it, and it takes Tesses developing the courage, the gall to swing him, to put a stop to that 1v2.
Trying to hear tags. Yabby does find Diha down under, and now ENCE are going to have to go.
Tesses, they've crept underneath his crosshair here. They're a little deeper. No, will go unchecked for the first. Madden falls, it's traded out by our hero of the hour, the man of the hour. Nerds keeps it even. To be that linchpin, to be the guy that holds the round together for Heroic as he makes a play out through market. Stown misses his opportunity, trying to get involved from the other side, and Heroic have got to write this one off. A missed shot for Katie, and not even saving the AWPs is guaranteed. Snappy's at 1 point L, and Sampayas knocks out the AWP. So they go into the round with a double AWP setup, and they get out with neither of them in a round that they don't even attempt.
Yeah, that was Katie really trying to play the mind games. He goes for the ladder jump, breaks the window, goes back to market. So Heroic pinch their pennies, rub them together, and produce this buy. Oh dear! Back again. Snappy on a late lurk out under, and Stown is his first fight. Favoring Snappy a lot. That's a dangerous push for Shush, and he will get punished for it. Stown can do nothing. That AWP team's posted on jungle. Good shot for Stown, but there's the backstab, and as it comes through, Sampayas helps out. 3-on-2. Stop the plant or lose the round, it feels like. There's no kit right now. And as Madden puts in the numbers, Yabby has to go up and over. What a flick! And Sampayas is coming alive right now. 3 shots off in that round.
And they're going to have more to do before it's all said and done. But look at the confidence Nerds is playing with. Fast into ladder. Yabby's going to check for this, and he gets Nerds with his back turn. That's how you want to face him. Snappy dead. That's the 2 top performers, both out of the round right away. Heroic are breathing easy for a moment.
A sigh of relief. You feel like the harder job is done. You feel like you just have to push this over the line. Make this a 30-round game. Pull one of those late activations that Heroic are known for. Yabby's got to be careful. The AWP is right here, but it's the Julies that do it for Sampayas. Rotation out for Cadian. That's at the wrong time. ENCE grouping behind the ramp smoke. This could be a 3-on-5 to a 3-on-3 very quickly. No. And Sampayas is providing. Shush again plays the fade, but it favors him this time. Sampayas in the hot seat. And it should be a clutch too far.
Yeah, I mean, they got this guy to stop believing in his clutches so early on in this third map. They got him doubting every move he made, and even though he's gone on a resurgence since the heroics of Nerds, since Snappy did all he could to keep him in it, expecting this round to go his way, it should be wishful thinking, but Sampayas, is that inspiration going to be enough to drive him forward? He's making his way around towards the ramp side, and he's got a 1v1 here. If he finds down, the world's his oyster, but is he ready for the aggro position? Sampayas, one more to find. Bomb's retrievable. Tesses is a long way away, flanking all the way through spawn, and Sampayas, they did not have this man believing in his ability to win a 1v1. It's whether or not he's ready for the wrap round, and Tesses puts a stop to it. That is a damn good try from Sampayas. He almost had Heroic head in their hands. Tesses could get caught with util out, changes to the gun just in time. And he exerts his dominion over the apartments, does not let ENCE break through. This B site is locked down by Tesses, sitting up top of the board. He's allowed to get out on the reload, chased down by Nerds. That's going to give them a route to a plant here. That nade could be big. Madden just eludes it. And so for a moment, ENCE are given a tiny bit of breathing room here, a chance to plant that bomb. A chance to pick their post plants, but Madden is sniped down the line. Sampayas and Nerds are the ones left in it. They give Sampayas that kill in the market. How much more does Sampayas have to offer? He's in with 2. And when you see you got ENCE left alongside you, ENCE, they do not feel worried. They know that they've still got a chance in this round. Some Pius has picked and chose his battles perfectly here, and he's not stopping. Just down left, and ENCE runs them down. They'll combine to put ENCE back in pole position, 1 round away from a semi-final spot in IEM Cologne.
And while some Pius attempting saves before, Stown couldn't even get back out of window. He tries to leave in that 1v2. He knows he's too far gone. And they chase him right down at the end. This recovery of some Pius and ENCE has been outstanding for ENCE. And this is what it's all for. A very powerful gamble in the 30th round. 3 players pushed over. Stown on a huge flank, and considering they don't have a kit, they need this read.
Quick work made of the first man in, but now it's kept even. Shush runs out of ammo. He's going to get chased down here. Testes had to do it, and Dio finds him. It's starting to become unraveled. Cadian doesn't want to play too soon. He's giving room to Stown, but no room from some Pius. And just Cadian, as his team watch on, this opportunity set to be robbed away by the high highs that this ENCE squad have hit on the 3rd map. Snappy trying to run his Cinderella story akin to Carrigan in Antwerp, and at 33 years old, he heads to the Langsness for the first time all the way into the semis. A hand-picked team built in his image, and it feels like something's in the water, something's in the air, and that Dallas was just a taste of victory on this ENCE squad's run to something great.
And for some Pius as well, 2nd time in the semis, did it with the Spaniards last year, comes in with a new roster, and firepower full straight to the playoffs. Heroic, they had a lot to say in this matchup today, but they couldn't put it up in the server when it mattered.
Unbelievable stuff.